Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Jay from Coding with Jaybird, where I upload weekly tutorials to help build your confidence in coding. Today I want to talk about CSS. What is CSS? Let's dive in. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Without CSS, our web pages would look plain and rather boring. Modern websites have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. An HTML document defines the meaning and structure of the web content, whereas CSS files are used to style and modify the appearance of such HTML documents. Lastly, we have JavaScript files, which are used to define the behavior of our website. We're going to learn the most basic way of styling by using inline styles today. An inline CSS is used to apply a unique style to a single HTML element by using the style attribute of that particular HTML element. All right, so let's have a look at our code here. You can see I've got a very simple web page here in the browser. There's really not much going on. So we're going to start by adding some styles to it. So let's start with our body tag. We can insert a style attribute in the opening body tag by simply writing style equals quotation. And in the quotes, what we're going to do is we're going to write a CSS property followed by its value. So one property is the background color. So using CSS, we have the ability to change the background color of a particular element. So we write the name of the property followed by colon and then the actual value of the property. So one color is light coral. And now we need to have a semicolon. And when I save this, we'll see we've changed the background color of our entire body element. That looks great. As you can see, we can easily style our document. Now I want to change the alignment of my text. So I can say, using the text align property, colon, let's make it center. So the value for text align is set to center. And now you can see the text in our document has been centered to the web page. Now something else we can easily do is we can style the color of a particular piece of text. So let's take our H1 element and add a style attribute equal to quotations. And in here, what I want to do is I want to access the color property, colon, and give it a value. So I'll give it the value blue, followed by semicolon. And after saving it, you can see our header, our H1 tag, has been changed to blue text. So once again, we can add a style attribute equal to quotation. And in here, I want to change the font family, meaning I want to change the font. Right now, it's just a standard serif font that the browser has given us. So I'm going to change this to font family property, colon, and I'll give it the value Arial, followed by semicolon. And now we can see the text here has kind of gotten rid of our serifs or that little ticks at the top of each one of the letters. And we have our first paragraph styled slightly differently than our second paragraph. Now let's have some fun with this section element. Let's add a style attribute, and in here I'm going to modify a few different properties. Let's start by giving it a border, colon. Now a border can take 3 different values, so I'm going to say 6 pixels, space, dotted, space, black, followed by semicolon. So now we can see we've added this black dotted border around our section. Now it doesn't look that nice. I want to add some width to it so that it only takes up a certain portion of our web page. And now it only takes up 80%. But I also want to add some padding to this. So let's give it a padding of 20 pixels, semicolon, and now it looks a little bit nicer. Now our H2 looks rather boring. It's just plain black text. So let's make it pop by just making the font size a bit larger. So once again, we can do that with CSS inline styles. So I'll say style equals, and inside the quotation, I can access the font size property, colon, and give it a value of, let's say, 40 pixels, followed by semicolon. And now we can see we have much larger text, and it's a bit more prominent on our web page. Now lastly, I want to do something a little different, a bit more fun behind the second paragraph. So let's target the section itself, and its opening tag, I'll put in the style attribute. And here I'm going to give it some padding of, let's say, 50 pixels, semicolon. And now I can even change the background image. So not just the background color, but the actual image that will go behind that piece of text. So background image is a property, colon, and now we put space. And now the way this works in CSS is we type in the words URL, round brackets, semicolon to end it. And in these round brackets, we target an image. Now I have images in an IMG folder, so let's target the snow image. So let's do that next. And here I'll say IMG, so go in the IMG folder and grab the snow.jpg image. And upon saving it, we can see we have a nice snowy image in the background of our second section. That's it for today's short video on what is CSS. I hope you've learned something new today and are enjoying my video series. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date with new videos every week. Until next week, keep on coding.